Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 2 just got even better, you guys. Now, just yesterday, the first update of Season 2 was released, and the amount of content inside of this update was absolutely insane for just one. And with this being the first update of the season, I honestly didn't really expect much, as I expected, a lot of it to be, held off until the end of the season or the midway point. But the first 2 weeks of the season were a bit dry, with not much content being added. But this update, Fortnite came in clutch and brought us, and I'm not exaggerating, in my opinion, one of the best updates that we could have gotten and the best additions that they could have added to this season to make it just that much better. Now, I already really like this season, but then they went ahead and added one of my favorite limited time modes of all time with Getaway. Now, I absolutely am so happy that Fortnite is bringing back a limited time mode. Hopefully this means that they're going to be bringing back more LTMs in the future. I'd love to see ones like, Floor is Lava, Sniper Shootout, things like that. I think would be really awesome on this map. But it has been a very long time since we've seen the Getaway LTM or, any limited time mode for that matter in the game in a while. And the Getaway LTM was last seen in Chapter 1. I believe it was Chapter 1, Season 9 or Season 8 or something. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think that was the last time that we saw it in the game, which was a really long time ago. When you think about how long Fortnite has been out, 7 years, that is pretty insane. Now, like I said, the Getaway LTM is one of my favorites, and when I heard that it was possible that it was going to be returning in this chapter, I was really hoping that they would remove cars for this, because that would have made it way too easy, and thankfully they did do that in this LTM. There are no cars in the Getaway LTM, which makes it a lot more fun. They did still make it to where when you have the jewel on your back, you still move slow, so it's the same OG Getaway LTM, and it is still tons of fun. If you guys have not played that yet, I highly suggest you guys get in there with your friends. It's a ton of fun. Now, another thing that I haven't seen many people mention is that we have a ranked mode for this LTM, which is making it a first of its kind, which is really cool. We've never had a ranked limited time mode in Fortnite, I don't believe. Now, I'm not really necessarily sure if ranked for this was, fully justified or necessary, but guys, I'm all here for it. It seems like Fortnite is going to add ranked to just about everything that they add nowadays, and I think it's a little weird that we have the Getaway LTM that has ranked, and I believe, if according to the information that I got, I believe this LTM is leaving on April 1st, which really is not that long. Maybe that is a joke, April Fools and everything, but I believe that it is leaving sometime around April, so having a ranked for this, I'm not really sure was completely necessary, but I'm not going to complain. Additionally, you guys, we got an absolutely fire skin in the Lego Pass. I know a lot of people kind of forgot, oh my gosh, we're actually getting a new Lego Pass. A lot of people really don't talk about it, and you complete it so fast and don't really notice, especially if you have just auto claim on, you really don't notice what you're claiming and what it's from. At least I don't. I normally just press claim all and go buy it. But if you're a Fortnite crew owner, you're very happy today, because that skin is much better than I think a lot of people expected, at least what I expected from a Lego Pass. And it also fits the season theme, basically being, an undead outlaw Midas. I think that was really cool with Oro and everything. That is by far one of my favorite, Midas themed skins in the game, and I'm very surprised at how well they did with that Lego Pass. I think it looks really good. Now, the biggest thing about this new update is obviously the brand new weapons that came out. You've got the pump and dump, you've got the outlaw shotgun, and you've got the new drill gun that's a lot like the rocket ram. In my 2 update videos that I made the day before yesterday and yesterday, I was especially excited for the pump and dump, and that absolutely did not disappoint. I was able to use it in game, and it was so much fun to use, but I will talk about that a little bit later. Now, I really love these weapons overall. I was able to use the drill gun and the outlaw shotgun, and like I said, you guys, in those videos, I absolutely loved the double barrel shotgun, so when I saw that this was kind of the same style, I thought that it was great. And these weapons perfectly mix up the loot pool, and that is exactly what this season needed right now, because not gonna lie, you guys, it did feel a little bit bland. I was kind of on the side of people who were saying this season was feeling a little bit boring, obviously because it's been 2 weeks since the season came out, and this is just now our first update, which makes sense, but I did feel like the loot pool needed a bit more variety, and adding something, a one of its kind like the pump and dump and the outlaw shotgun as well as the drill gun is really great for this season. Specifically with the outlaw shotgun, it's a lot easier to use than the regular double barrel, and you don't feel as much of a disadvantage with it anymore because it does reload a lot faster with it. It reloads both bullets at the same time. I'm not sure if it's exactly faster or if it just seems faster, but in my opinion, I think it is a little bit faster, and it's just overall more fun. I believe it does do a little bit less damage than the double pump shotgun did, but it is still a lot of fun. Now, getting back into the pump and dump weapon, this weapon absolutely reloads crazy fast, especially the mythic. You guys, you can buy this over at the black market near Crime City. That is where you guys can get the mythic pump and dump for a bit, and it also does a ton of damage. You know, being able to shoot both the shotgun and the SMG at the same exact time is absolutely insane. I think there are some nerfs and some adjustment changes that are on the way for this weapon, but right now it is so much fun to use, and you guys have got to figure out a way to go and get that at the black markets because it is absolutely insane to use. I found it late in the game too. I don't understand how people did not buy that, but it is just so much fun. You guys need to try out the new pump and dump for sure. Now, another thing that is a very underrated change in this update is that Fortnite actually made it even easier to get dilbits now, you know, especially with all of the vaults and the things that require them. Additionally, later on down the road, we're going to have even more things that require dilbits, which I'll get into later on in the video. They have these like golden llamas that you can find around the map, and they will drop, you know, ammo. They will drop, I believe, like the gold chug splash things. And then sometimes I opened one of them and got a dilbit out of it. Now, I'm not exactly sure how rare that is or how common it is for that to happen, but I think that is great for them to be doing something like that because dilbits are almost required to get most of the good weapons in the game. So I think that is really cool. Just makes it so much easier and so much more accessible. Another W from Epic Games. Now, one of the biggest things in this update is the community quest thing, like the community effort to do these quests and to get key cards to open up more areas on the map. Now, the exotics that I mentioned in my last video, if you guys haven't watched that video, go watch that because there are some crazy exotics coming out in this season, and even more new mythics, as well as Brutus's minigun is going to be coming out within, you know, secret areas of the black markets that are going to unlock once we reach all of these golds. Now, if you guys go to your quest tab, you will see that there's a brand new section there. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it has key cards along it, and it'll have like 1 or 2%, I think, right now. And as people unlock vaults and they, you know, steal gold and things like that, this percentage will go up. And once it reaches 100%, we will get the common key card, which will unlock some parts of the map in the black markets, and then on and on and on. I'm not sure what the rest of them are going to unlock, but I know that the common one does unlock a secret area within the black market over at Crime City. I think community like things like that are really cool, like community efforts, and I think you guys are going to be really, really happy with the exotics that are coming out along with those secret areas. But overall, you guys, like I presumed, there is so much content packed into this one update, and I cannot wait to see what else is going to come out during this season. I'm not going to lie, guys, this is looking like one of my favorite seasons of all time. I love just about everything about it outside of, you know, some balance changes that need to happen. I think this is a fantastic season so far, and I'm really excited to continue making content for you guys. If you did enjoy today's video, please do drop a like. You watched all the way to the end. You must have enjoyed, so drop a like. Subscribe to the channel. I make Fortnite videos like these every single day. Use code PROZEROYT in the Fortnite item shop to help support me even further, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.